Workplace stress is a common issue affecting 70% of employees globally. In South Korea, factors like hierarchical culture and tight deadlines exacerbate stress. Common stresses include excessive workload, interpersonal conflicts, and lack of autonomy. Recognizing these triggers is the first step to managing stress effectively. Studies show that unaddressed stress leads to burnout, reducing productivity by 40%. This video will guide you through practical strategies to handle different workplace stress situations. Time pressure is a leading cause of workplace stress. Research indicates that 60% of employees struggle with unrealistic deadlines. To manage this, prioritize tasks using the Eisenhower matrix, categorize tasks as urgent, important, and delegate non-critical ones. Tools like digital planners, for example, Trello, and the Pomodoro technique, 25-minute focused intervals, can boost efficiency. A 2023 study found that employees who delegate reduce stress levels by 35%. Remember, communication with supervisors about workload is key. Interpersonal conflicts account for 30% of workplace stress in Korea. A 2022 survey revealed that passive-aggressive behavior and miscommunication are primary triggers. To resolve conflicts, practice active listening and use I statements. Example, I feel overwhelmed when. Mediation by HR or a neutral party can help. Case studies show that teams with conflict resolution training report 50% fewer disputes. Addressing issues early prevents long-term toxicity and fosters collaboration. Unmanageable workloads affect 45% of Korean employees per a 2023 report. To cope, set clear boundaries and negotiate task expectations with supervisors. Break projects into smaller milestones and use tools like Asana for tracking. A Seoul National University study found that employees who set workload boundaries experience 25% lower stress. If overload persists, document tasks and formally request adjustments. Employers are legally required to address bullying or excessive demands under Korea's Labor Standards Act. Micromanagement increases stress by 55%, according to a 2021 study. Employees under constant scrutiny report lower creativity and job satisfaction. To address this, schedule regular feedback sessions with supervisors to discuss autonomy needs. Propose measurable goals to build trust. Example, I'll deliver the report by Friday with weekly check-ins. Data shows that employees who negotiate autonomy terms reduce micromanagement-related stress by 40% within 3 months. In Korea, 65% of employees work overtime weekly, blurring work-life boundaries. To detach, establish a digital detox routine. Example, no emails after 7 p.m. Pursue hobbies like yoga or gaming to unwind. A 2023 study linked after-work hobbies to a 30% drop in burnout rates. Companies like Samsung now enforce right-to-disconnect policies. Set physical boundaries, like a dedicated workspace, to signal the end of the workday. Burnout affects 50% of Korean employees, with symptoms like chronic fatigue and cynicism. The WHO classifies burnout as an occupational phenomenon. Key signs include reduced performance, irritability, and sleep disturbances. A Seoul St. Mary's Hospital study found that early intervention, like therapy or workload adjustments, reverses 60% of burnout cases. Track symptoms using apps like Bearable and seek medical advice if they persist beyond 2 weeks. Only 20% of stressed employees seek help, fearing stigma. However, support systems like HR, therapy, or peer groups reduce stress by 45%. Korea's revised Labor Standards Act mandates employer-provided counseling for bullying victims. Anonymous reporting tools, example, Blind App, protect whistleblowers. Case studies show that employees with mentors or therapy recover from burnout 50% faster. Normalize asking for help. It's a strength, not a weakness. Daily stress relief habits can lower cortisol levels by 30%. Practices include mindfulness, 10-minute meditation apps like Headspace, short walks, and deep breathing exercises. A 2022 study found that employees who take micro breaks are 25% more productive. Companies like Kakao offer meditation rooms. Schedule breaks as non-negotiable appointments. Even small actions like stretching or hydrating can reset your mental state during high-pressure days. Building resilience transforms workplace stress into growth opportunities. Employees with resilience training handle crises 40% better, per Harvard research. Foster a supportive culture by recognizing colleagues' efforts and advocating for policy changes, e.g., flexible hours. Korea's top companies now measure psychological safety in teams. Remember, consistent small steps, like weekly reflections or gratitude journals, create lasting change. Your well-being is the foundation of success.